Alright, Silent, let's get to the point. Greetings, Niao. What do you offer me? Oh wow, I don't like these at all. Should have gone for the other spelling of access. Right, how's the act lookout look? What do we have available? Where are we going to go on this run? Oh, we certainly have choices. I like choices. Nothing quite like being faced with silent, forced floor 6 elite. And then you're sweating. Because that's how the impossible seed goes. You're forced into a fight with a metallicized Lagavulin and there is literally no way to kill him. But of course that's a 1 in a million situation. Best I've rolled is 1 in hundreds of thousands when I got an all 3 cost Snecko eye roll. Right, so ultimately we are probably taking a colorist card. I do not want to just take 15 real points of damage. I hate to take damage. You know, it's only slightly less bad than take a curse in my opinion. And choose a rare colorless card has way too many misses for me to want to take that. Although, you know, could be Bomb, could be Hand of Greed, could be Apotheosis. It could be a lot of things, but it could be a kick in the teeth. Could be, Thinking Ahead, Madness, and Magnetism, and then I've just taken 15 damage and I don't want any of those. So I'm probably choosing an uncommon colorless card, because it cannot be rare. You're set to 0% rare card chance from the get-go, so this will never be a rare card. Boss swap. I hate boss swapping on the Silent because Ring of the Snake is so good. This thing is Bag of Preparation, and I love Bag of Preparation. There's a good chance that you boss swap and you end up worse than you were before. Admittedly, Silent does love having extra energy. She's the most energy-hungry character in my humble and correct opinion. But the Ring of the Snake is a good way to counter the fact that her starting deck has more cards than anybody else and less damage than anybody else. 5 strikes, disgusting. 5 defense to go with it, disgusting. Bonus starter cards don't do damage. So she's extremely anemic to begin with, and you need to sort that out immediately. Of course, one way to do that is to go straight to a shop. I wouldn't be able to afford a relic, but I could certainly buy a card that does damage. They're just a little inconveniently placed. If they were after the 3 easy combats, then I'd have a better idea of where my deck is looking before I make choices like spending my money or even thinking that I need to spend my money. And just the overall layout here is not very happy, is it? No, I want to reserve the right to dodge the elite. But doing so just continues to put me in awkward situations. I'm quite liking taking one of these 2 paths up. Gives me the opportunity to go shopping into Spicy or into double elite this way. A 1 elite Act 1 is a very sad Act 1. Very, very sad. Oh, especially since you come at the cost of so many other things. You know, you're surrendering 2 rests and 2 elites in exchange for Spicy. I don't think that's happening. I think this far right path is happening. But again, I want to keep my options open, so probably this path looks best. 3 easy fights, 2 events, of which there's a reasonable chance that I take an advanced combat. And at any point I can go, well, you know, I've got 2 fire potions, or fire potion, strength potion, let's kill the elite. Or maybe I picked up amazing cards. They'd have to be pretty amazing, though. Pray for the snipe? What? No. I'd have to take 3 events for the snipe. And 3 events is a 10, 20, plus 30% chance that we end up fighting something without the snipe. I will concede that the other choices are so weak that gambling on the snipe could well be worth it. You know, if I just take this path, we could risk the snipe. Is there any other significantly better sniping options? No, because, well, taking the shop would give me a guaranteed empty node, but then I'm sacrificing even more for this gamble. No gamble today, actually. I don't like overdoing gambles. Act 1 events, A20, are kind of sucky. Yeah, the Act 1 events are pretty rubbish overall. There are some good ones, though. I mean, I love upgrade, remove, defend, upgrade, remove, or transform option with the 3 faces. If you get lucky with the Scrap Ooze, that's a relic for 5 or 11 health or whatever. I don't trust the snipe, but uncommon colorless cards aren't usually that great. You get like Flash of Steel, Finesse, Good Instincts, you know, 0 cost, reasonable output things. Enemies in the first 3 combat, though. Niao's Lament, just... Part of the problem of going that way is I lock myself out of this particularly lucrative right path here, which I'm warming up towards more and more. If at any point I jump out and kill one of these elites, well, you know, it's the same bonfire as we get here, and it's the elite that we get here. So essentially I'm trading this, and this for any of these. Although, is the opportunity to still cut in here and grab this. But then why, if the spicy elite is right there? I'm just not sold on it, is what I'm getting at. Give me my colorless card. And yeah, this is a difficult choice, because all the options are kind of crummy. They're all slightly positive, but... Well, this one probably isn't, but they're all slightly positive and not positive enough. What are the colorless cards? Oh, Panic Button! Oh, now that's pretty bloody good. See what this card says? 30 block for nothing. Nothing! That's amazing. Flash of Steel could open up some nice infinite options, but I don't say no to Panic Button. Normally I'd pay for that card. Alright, I'm suddenly feeling a lot better about everything. How much better? Can we quantify this? I'm suddenly pondering if the left path is worth considering now. You get the upgrade before the elite. And it doesn't rule out the spicy elite. It does rule out shopping, though. I think we still take this path and then we reassess, because it does involve taking on 2 advanced combats, unless I go this way. Then it's only 1 advanced combat. Jeez, this is tough. This is really, really tough. Especially when you're playing as Silent and you can't just face tank your way through everything. Take this way. See how it pans out. Okay, horrible starting fight, and thankfully, this thing just dies. Unfortunately, my good block cards are here, so we're always taking damage next turn. Because it makes us frail, we only block 3 per defend, and it hits us for 10. So the best we can hope for is defend, 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 take 1. And a slime, of course. And then hopefully we can get some damage done, and then it dies. Alright, take 1 on that is no big deal. Especially because that's a pretty monstrous first encounter. Okay, so Well Laid Plans is an amazing card. With a big however. Okay, it's so good with Panic Button. We don't not take this, but it's no damage, so we're now desperately hunting for damage. Oh, did I just say there's one particularly good event in Act 1, and this is it? Remove Transformer Upgrade. Upgrading Well Laid Plans immediately is quite greedy. Transforming a Strike, also kind of greedy. Because again, where's the damage? I'm quite tempted to transform a Strike. It's what one often does here, but Well Laid Plans is a pretty damn good upgrade. It's just there's no damage in my deck right now, and I need damage. Transform a defend because of Panic Button. Panic Button does devalue these defends a little bit, but Panic Button is a one-time use option. I'm going to need a way to defend in longer fights. Speaking of longer fights, that's what Slime Boss could well be, but the Panic Button together with the Well Laid Plans means I can actually just tank his Slime Crush. Silent does need her strikes early on, but you're sad to see. Oh, hell, I'll transform a strike. Well, bloody hell, we've got some strong cards. But there is no damage. Right, we already pretty much have endgame blocking options right now. Panic Button to completely block a turn, and Wraith Form to block 2 turns after that. But we need damage yesterday. These cards are so good, by the way, I wouldn't actually feel bad dodging all of these elites to go shopping. Because we will die if we don't pick up some bloody damage. Okay. Yeah, nice Act 4 cards you've picked up there. You don't say. I mean, I could panic button well-laid plans the Wraith form here. It's that insane already. I will lay a good plan, though. You do need to die. With 9 and 5 to deal with, we guarantee kill them with the setup that we have here. So what we can do is we can hold on to a Panic Button, because unlike Wraith Form, Panic Button will full block. With Wraith Form, I still take chip damage. And here, you die, and you almost die, and whoonk. I don't even know what damage is. And there's that strike we were guaranteed to get. Please be damage. So, Slime Boss is quite resistant to poison. Nauseous Fumes is pretty slow damage, but none of this is really good direct damage, is it? There is deadly poison, but I don't know about that. I might have to take it, considering it's the only thing that does real damage here. Fumes for Sentry, deadly for the rest. Currently we cannot fight an elite. Any elite pastes us on the floor here. Yeah, all of them. I was going to say especially Gremlin Mob, and I thought, well, no, especially Sentries, and I'm like, no, it's especially all of them. So yeah, where damage continues to be the question. It's never dodge and roll here. Not happy with this. I'm thinking about general hallway fights right now. I think I'll take the deadly... jeez, I don't know. I'm going to take Nauseous Fumes. Upgrade 2 random cards for 20 hit points is not something I'm interested in right now. None of these cards get that much better with upgrades, and I don't want that health loss. Well-laid plans in Wraith form, great, but odds are it strikes and defends, and I can't afford that health loss, so empty node. Oh, this could be good. I desperately need damage. You guarantee have 2 attack cards. Could have done with that orrery. I think I actually need Dagger Spray. Just on the grounds that it does damage. Yeah, there's a deadly poison I passed up. I want more of that, but no, I'm thinking it's Dagger Spray. It might even be Dagger Spray and Flying Knee. Again, on the grounds that I have no damage. There's tough bandages that we're never going to see this run. That's a shame. There's some really nice relics. Alright, well, I'm taking that Dagger Spray. Contemplating the poison. Of course, I can't have the poison with the knee. Dum dum dum. Could also remove, of course. Yeah, remove a strike and just block my way to victory with Nauseous Fumes. That's very, very slow, though. I know, I feel like I'm going very slowly here, but the options are... It's always just picking from the weakest of options here. None of them particularly bad, but they're all quite weak. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Yeah, but sometimes some friction is needed in life. I want to pass up that Flying Knee. Flying Knee is pretty garbage a lot of times. There is also the point that I have no potions. No potions is also a pretty bad situation to be in. Do I upgrade the dagger spray? Is the situation that bad? Suddenly dealing 12 damage to all enemies isn't too shabby. Could really help against sentries. I have no potion support against Knob, but I do have well-laid plans and some immense block options. I think I'm going to take that deadly poison. I'm not going to be too happy about it, but I need some way to kill things. And yeah, I think it might be the dagger spray here. Yeah, all these cards that I picked up generally like some upgrades here, but direct damage is necessary. Yeah, I need direct damage. Sad. Ah, cultist, someone that likes to be directly damaged. Guess I just do everything to you. So I could do the neutralize for direct damage now, but if I do it next turn, I can full block with a single defend. If I just hold on to panic button forever, then I always have a way to block you when you start hitting me in a big way. Now, how much damage do I even have doing to you here? Seems fine enough. I'll hold on to that then. Because the moment I think I can kill you in 2 turns, I can just use that and laugh at you. Are you just going to die, by the way? Because if you're just going to die, I could just panic button right now and take nothing. And then I could strike you and do that. I guess it's time for mathematics then, huh? If I, for 6, you're going down to 23... minus the 7 there, so you're going to... Well, it's not minus 7, though. It's minus 7 and minus 8, which is 15. Plus whatever I do to you next turn, which is probably a couple of strikes. And if that doesn't work, I can hold on to Wraith form. Alright, I'm convinced. So if I don't have Deadly, I Wraith form and I take the 1 anyway. But we do have Deadly, and you're out of here. Life is good. Gosh, I'm clever. Okay, so we managed to best 1 whole cultist. The gold rewards has been absolutely miserable so far. How do I feel about these things? Not great. I don't particularly want another deadly poison. Not a card that I tend to want to add multiple of, just clogs up the deck. Slice is nice free damage. Dagger throw gets some draw and discard and is 9 damage in general. Game is telling us to poison it. Certainly is. I would like Corpse Explosion, truth be told. It might be none of these, even though I was crying for damage. Dagger Throw is damage, though. I'd take 1 Dagger Throw, but I think that's it for adding crappy attack cards. I think we go into the double elite now, even though I have no potions. 3 fights, no potion. So we filled a 40, 50, and 60% potion chance, and the potions in the shop were garbage, so that's a shame. Can I take on this elite? You know, with these cards, surely there's no way I don't make it. Lagavulin would die horribly. Hopefully. It's the knob. The knob. Oh boy. Right, what's in our dagger? A strike. Unfortunately, there's no well-laid plans, so I'm taking a big hit here. Hopefully I can get Wraith form in time for some big hitting nonsense. But I guess we get our fumes down and we throw a dagger. Are the fumes actually more damage than just doing a single strike? Because it's nothing now, and then it's 2 next turn, and it's 3 the turn after. Like, that's 5. I actually think we're better doing the upfront damage. Gonna miss those cards. Oh, we're getting pretty knobbed. Is the Survivor worth it? Odds are I'm going to Wraith form next turn, so... Survivor good. I better draw that Wraith form, by the way. It was never going to be there, was it? That's ridiculous. absolutely ridiculous. Ow. Alright, well, he's got to die approximately now, or I'm in trouble. Right, can I get away with a survivor here? This is our guaranteed draw next turn. So yeah, I can get away with not taking damage here. That draw there with the bottom decked Wraith form just cost me 33 health. Ridiculous. Okay, the Doovidol at least is +1 strength. Don't know about these cards. No potion! Oh, that's grim. Piercing Will is quite nice, but it doesn't do much against Slime Boss. I'll take one anyway, although I'll admit Bane is 14 damage. Upgrades to be 20 damage, which is pretty hardcore. I will take that Bane. I'm not happy with polluting my deck, though. Ugh. Okay, this is looking really bad. I have to rest here because I'm getting my ass handed to me. My deck is flabby. And no potions. Okay, it's the looter. That might not be okay. Don't hurt me. And there's double defend and just deal some damage, but... I think I'm just double defend and deadly poison. Yeah, I know Dagger Spray is quite a bit of damage, but this opens up the Bane. I miss well-laid plans already. Right, he's trying to get away already, but like I said, the Bane is opened up. Hopefully I can kill him, but I might not, and then I'm very unhappy. He doesn't block much. Thank you, Poison. He's dead. Alright, he doesn't make away with my hard-earned money. I finally get a potion. I max roll the gold. I like backstab. And if damage is what I need, then I'll take it. Alright, so we've already passed Knobbers, but what could this be? Hopefully Lagavulin, and I get good setup. It's not Lagavulin. Probably well-laid plans that Wraith form. That's good damage, no doubt about it. I would quite like to defend, but that Sentry needs to die. The Wraith form, of course, has the downsides. This tends to be a longer fight, and losing all that dexterity means block is just not going to happen. If I do 8 to you, I still need to do another 7, which a single strike will do. So I just take the 10 and keep my life going. Alternatively, attack pot if I really don't want to take anything here. Or minimize what I'm taking. Could block now, attack pot later. It's quite tempting, because this fight can go sideways very quickly. Yeah, and you know what? Knocking out one of them before they even daze me is a pretty good idea. I haven't discarded. Yeah, these are pretty crap options. That Master Stab is pretty bad on the redraw, because I will be taking damage. In which case, Sneaky Strike is probably better. Wait, did I discard a card this turn? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I've played Dagger Spray. And well-laid plans, that's all I've done. Is that true? In that case, why do I only have 4 cards here? What exhausted? Ah, the backstab, of course. Yeah, I have 2 cards at discard, so what I can do is I can just sneaky strike you. It doesn't let me defend and still kill you, which is making me extra sad. I don't like being extra sad. I'll take a chance on this, I guess. I'll keep the Wraith form just in case things go really bad, or I keep the strike and that way I know you die next turn. If I'm keeping the strike, we keep the Bane. I'm pretty low on health, right? Keep the Wraith form. Yeah, see, never didn't happen. I can just kill you with this, and life is good. And the Survivor does most of the blocking here. I think I want to focus this central Sentry down. Is there any chance I can kill it? We've got 7 and 7 there. 7, 7 and 10, 24. That won't be enough unless I dagger throw and strike you. In which case it's plenty to kill. And I would like you dead next turn. I like that panic button. I'm going to hold on to that instead of Wraith form. Yeah, it's a much better card to have in this fight than Wraith form. Bit sad that I have to discard the Ascender's Bane, but that's life. Indeed, this is life. Okay, we have a couple of defense guaranteed coming in next turn, so what I can do is I can Nauseous Fumes double defend right now. Hold on to that panic button for dear life. Huzzah, and now you can die. But is there a chance I could kill you? 10 and 7 doesn't happen. Don't really care about the days, just get out of here. Whew. Abstoa's trying to use some command. I know you've been around here before, so I know you know I don't have commands. Right, you get out of here. Again with the double defending. Bane playing dividends. Alright, now get out of here. Unpleasant fight. Pleasant reward though, Centennial Puzzle. Shopping would be pleasant. How do I have all this money? Where are my potions? Jeez, it's just one of those runs, isn't it? I turned down Piercing Will for money. How about I don't turn it down for free? Escape plan's kind of nice since I'm drowning in skills here, right? Yeah, not as drowning as you might think. I think Piercing Will works pretty well with Wraith form and... Well, does it work well with Wraith form? Not really. Works pretty well with Panic Button though, because it can reduce incoming damage without counting as a block card that you play. Alright, Slime Boss can really mess me up, so I would really like to rest, but I need an upgrade pretty badly. Don't particularly know what to upgrade though. Slime Boss is a big problem. Without a way to burst my damage on that guy, he is a huge freaking problem. Panic button so it blocks 40 instead of 30. Now that's good later on in the game, but right now there is no real threat that I need to block more than 30 from. Yeah, there's Slime Crush, but if I'm blocking that, I'm probably playing Defend with Panic button. I love the Well-Laid Plans upgrade though. Love it to death. It's just it doesn't do damage. Gonna do it anyway. Oh, this guy does damage. Hello, Blue Slaver. Couldn't help but notice that I'm taking damage here. Quite a bit of damage. You need to die, so I can't lay any nefarious plans here. Thanks for the draw. Now, could you kindly die? Will he kindly die? Yes, he will. Blessed be my cards. That was pretty good, except for turn 1 no defense draw. Hey, look, defense! I don't want any of this. Yeah, no way. And now I gotta rest again. Grim Act 1. Holy smokes. At least these relics do something. But this was one sad Act 1. Made all the more insulting by just how good some of the cards we got were. You know, Panic Button, Well-Laid Plans, Wraith Form, amazing. But, ugh, everything else has been a bit cringy. Alright, Slimbo, what'll it be? I want Well-Laid Plans yesterday. Which is a shame because Panic Button is disappearing, and I wanted that for Slime Crush. Fortunately, we have this for Slime Crush. But that was a pretty bad turn 1. Wow. This is awful. Better snuff out those lights ahead of time. What the hell, game? What is this? Ah, okay. Is splitting him even a possibility? I can deal 37 damage to you right now. Which will not be enough. Well, that blows. Crunch. Yeah, didn't even get neutralized for the Slime Crush, just everything turned out badly there. Right, well, what's a man to do other than cry? I don't particularly want to split him until I have either Panic Button or Wraith Form up my sleeveys. Good thing I rested, by the way. There was this idea of don't rest, be aggressive. Should need to unload damage, but prepare myself for better times. The slimes are coming. The slimes are going to mess me up, though. Could play my relatively low-class damage and keep the better damage. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. He's taking 4 here. So it's going down to 78. Don't really want to bring him lower than that, so I can get rid of a slime. 78, that would bring him down to 74, which is a little bit too much. I think we just set ourselves up for something nasty. Which means hold on to the damage cards. Sure. Since I know that slimes are coming... Oh, right, he needs to be split now. Yeah, because he's going to be doing it. At least we have Wraith Form. And Piercing Wail, which isn't too shabby. What have you got? Defend. And defend is not what I'm looking for here. So there's no guarantee that I draw Panic Button next turn, so I think I need to hold on to the Wraith Form to prevent death. Although Piercing Wail should do that as well. Worst case scenario where they double 18 me. I could bring it down to double 12 me. And then I probably maybe don't die. Yeah, I do retain 2. I think I should hold on to the Wraith Form anyway. Just in case, because... okay, there's no double 18. There never was. Still a single 18, which is quite bad. Also, this draw is kind of bad. I'll have Panic Button for next turn. But I could just Wraith Form now and hold on to the Panic Button for later and focus doing some damage right now. Well, I can't deal the damage, but I could hold on to some things. It's just that losing dexterity every turn can get pretty brutal pretty fast. I always have this for later, you know, next turn, I don't know about that. Because I can split next turn with the Bane, shouldn't be too hard. You're definitely attacking, though, is a concern. So what am I saying? I deadly poison, defend, piercing wail. And then hold on to wraith form. Sure. Holding onto a slimed, of course, so it doesn't get back in the redraw. Well, this is beautiful, isn't it? Right, I'd like you to be dead. Is being dead something you can do for me? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty freaking much. And they're dead. And you I can deal with. Because, for example, I can panic button right now to block this, and then Wraithform to block what comes next. Because I don't think you're just splitting on me, are you? Yeah, far from it, and I'm not blocking this either. Well, I can go down to 1 if I like, but given my options, I'd rather not like that. Wait, what am I doing? Ending turn? I didn't play panic button yet. Would I have killed myself with that? Yes, I would have. Just about did end turn with it, though. Alright, donk, donk, donk. And now it doesn't even matter that I can't block because you're going to split. Time to split. And then we win. Oh, I do like winning. Especially when it happens, and not when it doesn't happen. Thank you, Wraithform. I still take a bit of damage. Could I not take that damage? No, because I'm only blocking 18, and in comes 20, so taking 1 is better than taking 2. But they're dead. Wait, I was taking 2, because they were each hitting me. Oh well, whatever, get me out of here. What a miserable Act 1. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. The game's not even giving me triumphant music for all of that. There is Corpse Explosion there. I did bemoan not having this previous, and I think I will take it. And I'm going to hope for energy. I'm going to hope for like an amazing boss relic here. What would be amazing? I have no idea. It's not energy. I mean, this is, but I never take the Runic Dome. I hate that relic so much. Well done, Jake. A lesser man would have died there. Lesser man would have died at several points during this horrific Act 1. I'm looking at the Runic Pyramid. I have a lot of strikes and defends, and I already have a well-laid plans, which makes it not very good. This is really quite bad. I might just empty cage a couple of strikes. There is the idea that, the well-laid plan means I don't need the Runic Pyramid, but there's another way of thinking of it, that the Runic Pyramid means I don't need the well-laid plans. Pyramid is very, very good. I'm just not so sure it's good here because I've got so much garbage here and not good good ways to throw it away, currently at least. Makes that well-laid plans upgrade just seem so bogus. Pyramid without discard means death, probably. Yeah, you can immediately see the draw here that just gets me killed. Oh boy, nothing but strikes and defends. Wonder what I'll do. Tightening up this deck is a tall order, but I guess we start it by getting rid of a couple of strikes. So there's nothing else worth getting rid of, is there? This is painful and getting worse. I need a shop to fix my deck immediately. Let's pray for that immediate shop. That's not very immediate, but it's immediate enough. Oh, and it goes straight into an elite. Ah, jeez. Life is bad. And there's no way to get to that shop without an advanced combat either. Oh, we need like 2 adrenalines ASAP. Oh, I need everything. I need relic support, I need draw, I need energy. Why is a boss relic 2 free discards? Isn't that like the worst boss relic and a shot relic instead? So Empty Cage seems pretty bad, but every card reward is... Sorry, every card removal is better than the one that precedes it. So getting 2 immediately can turn a good deck into a broken deck. Unfortunately, we were a bad deck that just became a slightly less bad deck. But yes, your strikes and defends are dead weight very often. You're right though, it feels bad. I kind of wish it removed 3 cards. I mean, Astrolabe lets you transform 3 cards. Panda Box lets you transform the whole lot. There's no two ways about it. I have to go shopping, but the immediate risk of death following it is huge. However, it's just one more combat to take on this shop. Take on. Ugh, the shop blocks the elite as well. It's just getting worse and worse the more I look at this act layout. I can go here and see how we're doing. Either way, I pretty much need to get to this position. Is there any way I'd ever consider this way? No, not really, so we'll go this way. Ugh, not liking this. I might not even get to that shop. Our deck is that bad. I make no mistakes, it is bad. No retain. Okay, very generously not hitting me immediately. Hopefully you multi-attack, so my Piercing Will does its magic for once. You do not, but Neutralize does its magic. The magic isn't very good. I'd rather hold on to that Piercing Will for the upcoming undeniable multi-hit, though. Probably should use my Speed Pot there. It would have saved 8. Any moment the Speed Pot can save you more than 5, it's already immensely good. Yeah, already looking at that thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. How dead are you? You're pretty dead, so I can just panic button now. Unless I could just... I have retain, right? Yeah, I do have retain. So we'll save panic button for later. I don't really care about seeing these dazed again or not. Wait, that still doesn't full block me. Why can't I do maths today? You should still be dead, though. I'm just going to play this then. And just accept the fact that I did a dum-dum there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're dead. So the only misplay I did here was not using my speed potion when it saved 8. Finally, a potion. Min-roll the gold again, by the way. I don't want any of this garbage unless I want a second Piercing Will, which I don't yet. I will probably want one later. We're fighting the Chump. The Chump will die if I have any scaling. Currently, I have no scaling. And correct me if I'm incorrect, the Champ debuffs or purges poison. So unless I have Catalyst levels of poison, he is not going to die from that alone. Yeah, currently we die to Champ by a long way. We're one Catalyst away from turning this all around. No, absolutely not. This deck has many, many holes in it. Catalyst alone will not solve that. This is painful because I want to well-lay plans, but I need to Wraith form if I don't want to take this immediate damage. Where's the block? Feels like Wraith form is death. I could weaken you, but then I'm still taking tons of damage. Oh, God, this is awful. Yeah, we have scaling, negative scaling with Wraith form minus. See, the problem is if I go Wraith form, my draw is just not killing this guy. It's just me slowly dying to dexterity loss. If I don't do that, I'm taking 21 here. I think I just have to accept the incoming damage. I don't want to, though. It's grim, man. Really grim. Two poison start of each turn, or just smack him with 6 poison? There's no way to multiply the poison, which kind of blows, but this can't be played with anything else. Unless it's something like Backstab Dagger Spray, which does not do a lot of anything. What a brutal bloody seed this has been so far, and continues to be. Maybe it's punishing me for not accepting the ways of early access. At least you can just not hurt me right now. And I can get going with my poisonous approach. And we have a block at the ready. Like I said, even getting to the shop is difficult for me right now. Kind of feels like the game's not allowing me to play right now. That was probably the wrong order. I should have dagger sprayed first. Actually, it's 10 and 10. Makes no real odds. I can full block this. See what's in here. Okay, it makes absolutely no difference to my order of operation. And he is slowly being poisoned. The one weakness of the avocado is he's got no artifact, so you can just poison him to death. A silent special, of course. I'm thinking it's just getting corpsey on this guy. Sure. And then hopefully we just kill him. Oh, he is dead. Very good. I can count sometimes. Miserable. And it cost me one of my potions. And the card rewards are just awful. I mean, come on. It certainly high rolled my early cards, but I think I can't even risk this additional encounter. I need to get to this shop. And then pray that the shop is so good I suddenly become an Act 2 elite slaying silent. I have no idea what could possibly be in that shop to make that possible. But having more money makes it more possible. Just need to survive this one advanced combat. Are there any good advanced combats in Act 2? Oh no, we get the elite. The secret elite snake plant. Suddenly wish I had that second piercing whale. Okay, well, this is bad. Extremely bad. Okay, I take the additional draw. It's hurting me again. I did not get panic button. I do get neutralize with some block options, though, which isn't terrible, and I can still retain stuff. He's not attacking me next turn, at least. So I can actually full block. Phenomenal, I know. So next turn I have the opportunity to lay hell upon him. So I think it's... get my Nauseous Fumes down, possibly. Nauseous Fumes is so slow. Deadly Poison is coming, though. I could Deadly Poison Bane him just for damage. Cheaper than Corpse Explosion. And then we absolutely hold on to Panic Button for the horrors to come. Oh dear. Deck is just nothing but problems. The Panic Button doesn't even full block. What a joke. Alright, well, defend, Panic Button, DP, DS. Lots of crying. Well, I say crying. What, we've taken 1 damage this fight so far, and how about we keep it that way? I think he's dead, right? That's 11 damage on 8 and 18. Yeah, get out of here. Be gone. Phew. These are all cards I already have. This enemy feels like one thing too many, just like Roots. I hate that it has Malleable. The Malleable is needed to just stop you immediately rinsing that guy. He is pretty brutal though, just the way that he pops it immediately does 8x3. And his debuff is debuffing everything. Ugh, my deck needs something miraculous and this is not it. Hey, there is something to be said for another front-loaded backstab. I do love that front-loaded damage. But 22 damage just isn't enough. Well, whatever, I'll take it, especially when I'm on 3 energy. Right, so I could absolutely risk it for a biscuit by taking on this fight before the shop. Or we just accept our fate and we run into the elite. And this could be a fight. There's a 20% chance that this is another fight. And any fight here has the potential to destroy us. It's just the problem with going shopping is everything, really. Although, there is a chance I end up in this shop, there's something amazing, or a collection of something amazing, that we kill you, slaughter our way through, and then we pick up the pace immediately because we can go into 2 more elites and a rest site. I think we have to pray that the merchant has everything we've ever needed. Now, I'm not immediately seeing what it could be, but maybe you are. The Clockwork Souvenir does block the Dexterity down from Wraith form. Assuming that nothing else eats up that artifact before that does. Also allows me to play this for 5 Dex for an entire fight. So, Clockwork Souvenir seems like a must-have here. Removing another strike is probably a must-have. Buying that on-sale backflip to finally have some draw. Okay, it's not a bad shop, but it's not the miracle shop that we need. I don't buy the Lizard Tail, and Lizard Tail just postpones the inevitable. At this rate, at least. Yourself. Save the money just so that if I do need to wimp out, going shopping again is not out of the question. But buying a potion is probably a very good idea. Block potion blocking 12. Explosive potion could help with the slavers, right? Because I've got turn 1, 22 damage. And I just need to draw a dagger spray, and then suddenly I've got 34 damage. Got 44 with that explosive pot, and then just any other attack and the back guy dies. No, we got even more than that because of my strength up. How many more cage punishments? There's beyond 2 somethings. And that might be it. Yeah, this doesn't quite take care of the little gremlin buggers without some additional help. I'm just thinking if this fight here is gremlin leader. If it's Book of Stabbing, we just die. There is no answer to Book of Stabbing here. Well, that's not entirely true. If I get the draw order of the gods here, we block its first 2 hits, I panic button the 3rd hit, and I'd Wraith form the 4th and 5th, and then it's dead. That's asking for a lot. I need to invest right now. Invest in killing. Oh, it's them. Oh, well, Corpse Explosion is nice. But I'm probably thinking, boy, I wish I'd brought that explosive potion. Oh, I did. Boy, I bet I'm wishing I'd bought that block potion as well. I think I'm just chugging the speed potion to block 10 here. Such a shame I can't just brutalize the bat guy. Is that true? Currently he's taking 12, 12, 12, 10. That's 24, 28, 38. He's dead with the explosive potion, and he'll take this guy out, and then it's just you. It's quite good. Do I know how to count here? It's possible I don't know how to count. But I don't want to believe that. 8 and 8 is 16. Alright, so with the explosive potion he's dead. I can neutralize you to take less damage. I'll take 5. I feel like there was a setup here to take no damage and kill them all right now. Yeah, something like deal a little bit less to Slaver and more to this guy, but whatever, take 5 is fine. Oh wait, no, they're dead because I hit him. Okay, even better. So I definitely can't count, but that was pretty bloody good. He's hallucinating. No, I wasn't taking into account the explosive potion damage on the middle guy. So what I love about this game, right? I've played this game now for hundreds of hours, and it still presents me with new situations like that. It's just the way that everything interacts together. I'm not in a binding of Isaac, truly uncomprehensibly infinite amounts of things. No, this has a pretty set amount of items, but the way they all interact, there's no end to the possibilities. I'm looking at that Eviscerate, but we don't have a discard deck, and I could do without things that just clog me up even more. No, I gotta pass on that. Gotta take another accursed fight, though. Okay, well, we're crawling our way through. Morning, fit like are you, loon? I am certainly not a loon by now, Space Lizard, but I'm doing well, thanks. Alright, Snecko is here. Fortunately, I've got my low-cost stuff here. Unfortunately, I don't have well-laid plans, so... Oh wait, Snecko will not randomize diddly because of my artifact. Is that going to be good or bad? Because there is a chance I could just chug the speed potion and get +5 block this whole fight. Although, looking at it, I actually want to save that for Champ. Unthinkable, right? This is normally the weakest potion. But it's probably my strongest opportunity to protect myself from Champ. Okay, so I won't get randomized costs. That's fine, I suppose. Donk, donk. Whack. What? I spent no energy on this turn 1. Oh, this is grim. Well now, backflip can finally play. Just start poisoning this fool and enjoying blocking for once? Sure. But then he makes us vulnerable, and then he hits us for more. I don't like being hit for more. Take my 5 on the chin. There is, of course, the Wraith form option if I think I'm going to kill it pretty fast. If I think that's a possibility, let's hold on to it. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's definitely have it held on to. But panic button can still solve this. Do you like panicking? Corpse lets me Bane here. Although I am weakened. I'll still be weakened next turn, so the Nauseous Fumes doesn't really achieve much here now, does it? Nah, not really. Although it gives me passive output when I'm busy cowering behind Wraith form, which I'm probably going to be doing. He doesn't really multi-hit, so... I don't know. I probably don't want any of this, right? Probably not. Why defend instead of survivor? I already don't know the situation you're talking about. Right, this is probably Wraith form coming in. And then me still being quite sad. Yeah, because we have no block, so take the 1 damage and cry. And then he needs to die pretty rapidly. Unfortunately, rapidly killing things is not something we really do. How I wish it were. Why ever pick Strike over Piercing Will? Piercing Will wouldn't do anything. Piercing Will won't reduce the intangibly 1 damage down to below 1. So it really didn't achieve anything. At least with a Strike I could do some damage. I could also take some damage, but I'd rather not. Be gone. There. The fact that I'm barely making it through these fights is an extremely bad sign. Max roll the gold. Get god-awful card rewards. A little tempted to go that way because there could be gold in the chest allowing me to buy more in the shop. Because yeah, I'm currently desperate for a shop to save me. I have to take at least one other combat. 20% chance that there's 2 combats. Further lowered to lowered by the fact that this combat could kill me and we don't see the other one. Clutching onto this potion for the champ. My options are continuing to fade here. These combats terrify me, man. You ask a lot of why questions for a man that doesn't play this. I know you've got this massive Tokyo U brain, Alpha Gammo, but there's a difference between thinking and applying your thought. Alright, let's take the chance. Okay, there's a chance. He's got adrenaline for me. He has 4 curses, 2 rares. Of course, it's just 1 rare card, so maybe it's closer to say he's got 2 curses, a rare, and then I think he... Does he always have a starter card? Anyway, the 4 curse draws here are terrifying. Clumsy. Clumsy's not a big deal. Glass Knife is good. Oh, and we get it! Okay, so we get the rare. I don't want Predator. I certainly don't want Normality. I still don't want Predator. Alright, getting out of that with Glass Knife is pretty good. It would have been better if it was Adrenaline, but just getting the rare card out of that's pretty miraculous. Also, 70% no potion. Ah, energy. Okay, so this isn't Slavers. I just don't think we're dealing with anything else. If it's Gremlin Bleeder, the couple of backstabs I have do take care of the little ones quite easily, because she could just immediately murk me for 6x3, and then I'm crawling. And it's not like I have a great plan for slaughtering her overall. Now, Slay the Spire here asks Control-Alt-Delete. No, I don't play or cover early access games. I had a little bit of interest, so I watched somebody else play it for about 2 minutes, and then I turned it off because the game is hideous. Like, it looks really, really bad. I'm kind of having a difficult time understanding how that came out, even as the early access release. This game sold millions. And I looked at Slay the Spire 2, and it looked like... You know when you pick up another roguelike deck builder, and you just think how cheap everything looks? All the animations are grim, and the sounds are bad, and the art is all over the place. It's like that. And it's like, but this is actually Slay the Spire, the gold standard. So anyway, I have even less than no interest. Right, I need to go shopping, right. We need a bailout badly. Although the fight could just kill us as well. I say many things, Lizard. Many, many things. So I think the Clockwork Souvenir is immediately doing its work here, blocking this intangibility. Blocking the decks down, rather. I would really, really rather not do that. Am I willing to take 13 off of that? Am I willing to take 8 so I can get well-laid plans down? The Wraith form certainly does more next turn, and having well-laid plans is damn good. I just think if I play this early, we die anyway, because this guy still gives you 2 vulnerable. Alright, alright. I'm going to have a horrible time here. That was a pretty good dex potion time, but whatever. Oh no, right. I blocked the Frail, But now Wraith Form won't be blocked from doing its horrible things. Yeah, blocking the Frail is pretty good in its own way. I wonder... if I neutralize you and kill you, how do my options look? Well, not great, I'll give it that. I'm still taking damage here. Unless you got Piercing Will. Not at all. Poison is also a good opportunity to take care of you, and we're not doing that. Instead, what we're doing is taking even more damage. I think I played this very badly. And that's only so far. I barely watched any of Andy's stream. I have no interest in Slay the Spire 2. I'll wait until it comes out properly. Panic button. Do you ever want to come at a good time? The answer is no. It would rather die. Well, I know a thing or two about rather dying from the way this is going. Still taking more damage, by the way, but at least I'm no longer vulnerable. This is just hitting it, it's not blocking it, although I suppose I block next turn, don't I? Yes, Sumki, I use a mod for that. Alright, I guess we better get to work on this guy. This guy who, despite me having access to poison, I am choosing to physically destroy him. At this rate, I'm going to be needing Lee's waffle from the shop. Although that's also assuming I live long enough for that. Whoa, he reapplies vulnerable. What a monster. An actual monster. How does he sleep at night? Bleh. Alright, multi-attack me, please. No, okay, I suppose that's fine. Is it fine, though? Feeling a bit, you know... Oh, I've got no block. Wow. Life is good. Well, that's why we picked up that card. I wonder which card I'll play. Well, living was nice. Let's do more of it. Flex Potion, wow. My choice. Malaise is pretty good in most situations. Doesn't bail me out here, but I'm still taking it. Right, I have Struggle Bust all the way here. Just give me Lee's Waffle. No, no Lee's Waffle. Just death. Yeah, a lot of people talking Slay the Spire 2, which is fair, and it just came out in early access, but I have no interest in it, so if you're trying to go, oh, but Jake, it has this, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the game does, I have no interest in early access games. Got no interest in the shop blows. The best thing I can do is remove another strike, and I might as well spend my money on something. I am bamboozled how you're meant to play this seed. Although, seeds change enormously even from small actions. Slightly different routes, slightly different card rewards. And then you have a completely different run. Oh, man, we are dying so hard. Is that the third or the fourth time I've had to rest as well? So this Spicy Elite kills me. Simply taking the fight is not worth it. I shouldn't just throw in the towel, right? We have to keep struggling. Remove all my strikes! What a brilliant idea! Oh, jeez. It keeps hurting. Is there any possibility that grabbing a bunch of bites saves me? No, none at all. In many senses, an elite is better than the combat here. Just trying to think which has the better possible chance of aiding me into the champ. Currently, though, the champ kills us, right? We don't have any scaling at all. And it's not like we've been offered it. We've gone to a lot of shops. No sign of, say, catalyst. No footwork to up our defensive operations. Oops. Just minimize the game there. Clearly my hand idly bringing the pointer over to close the game. Yeah, maybe early use a potion and bet on gaining a second potion. The game can't be that cruel. Apparitions would have been a take there because the hit point loss wouldn't have been real. Just imagining this in my head. So 50% chance Gremlin Leader. And maybe we could make Gremlin Leader work. I just think the leader herself is going to destroy me before I can do anything reasonable against her. And I only have one piercing will. For her multi-hits, yeah, and on 3 energy, with this amount of output, we just can't do anything against her. And then there's Book of Glasgow, which again, there is a draw order which somehow gets us through that. Rare chance just dropped back down because we found that rare card Malaise. But yeah, relic support just isn't there right now. It is Gremlin Bleeder. And someone is bleeding. I think I have to chug the Flex Potion and just deal as much damage as possible here. Flex Potion allows me to one-shot Sneaky Grem. No well-laid plans to panic button, unless it's in Dagger Throw, which it could be, and it's worth risking. Worth risking. No, it's not there. Okay, well, it could be in Backflip. I do really need well-laid plans down right now. It's not coming. Glass Knife does eviscerate you immediately, and I think I need to do that. It's wasting 7 damage, but that's better than wasting more than 7 damage. Ouch. There was an argument for taking that 5 to get more draw this turn. And it was probably the right thing to do because there's my Piercing Wail, so unless she buffs next turn, I am pretty dead. She does not buff, and I'm feeling pretty dead. Pretty damn dead. To be fair, this does kill both of our little grubby friends. Suddenly I can block this. I'm really, really holding on to this for champ, so sorry, Silent, you're gonna have to eat this. Welded Plans is finally here, but it might be too late. I just need to kill this thing. Whew. Oh, wow, we're saved! The ceramic fish is here. 9 gold for every card I take. This thing will be like 90 gold. Power Potion could legitimately save the run, though. Blur. I think I'd need Blur together with Apparitions. And even then, I just don't have the energy. 3 energy Silent. Paying for a Defend in order to store the block. I don't overblock to begin with. Awful. Awful. And we need to rest here. How many upgrades have I made? I've made 2 upgrades, and one of them was Dagger Spray. This is so bad. So rest number 4 or 5 right there. Horrifying. Alright, well, there's no world in which I don't just chug this Power Potion, right? Well, both these potions, actually. What's in the Power Potion, anyway? Nothing. We haven't even been offered a Shiv card. It's been no... Well, that's not true. There was a Cloak and Dagger. And I think Infinite Blades at some point. So when I say a Shiv card, I really just mean Blade Dance. It's got to be Tools of the Trade, right? Draw, discard. Could bail me out. Now, how do I deal with you? I could 4-hit malaise you, which is pretty big. But if I get Nauseous Fumes down, I can 3-hit you. I think 3-hit is fine. Let's get going. This is gonna hurt. I'm already glad he's only hitting me for 8. Lets me set up. Insofar as I can set up. Ah, jeez. Do you feel set up? I don't retain anything here yet, do I? No, okay, so... Nice pimp slap he has there. I think I actually need to save my glass knife for later. Because if I use it up now... Nah, it doesn't happen. I think we need to poison him until he chimps out and then slap him with everything we have. Which means we're in the very, very awkward situation of just having to block whilst frail. Yep. Of course, we keep the block and he doesn't attack. He knows how to play. He doesn't do multi-hits, so the Piercing Wail I could actually just turf away pretty swiftly. Just maintain that Vaughn. Kind of wish that Neutralize is upgraded here. Yeah, it's tempting to just throw away Piercing Wail so I can draw back into my actual block cards more often. At the same time, playing this without any real return on it also feels quite bad. He does multi-attack when it matters. That's right, this could save me during execution. You could also Whale Trick him. He's going to buff strength before that becomes a consideration. But yeah, you're right. That could still trick him out. You can also backfire. You can Piercing Wail trick him and actually give him more strength, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it's not a trick I often do. Oh well, the Blur Takers can get some justification here. I love being vulnerable. So, do I maintain the panic button on the grounds that if things go really bad, I need a way out? Or do I just accept the fact that blocking is my solution to most problems? I think I accept this. He's not buffing strength yet. Just hold on to defense wherever possible. Yeah, they're not bad, right? Block 13, block 10. Hey, look at that. It's already full blocking. Giving me miraculous opportunities to hit him with deadly poison minus and claim that I'm doing something. I can't believe we haven't seen a single Catalyst on this godforsaken seed. The way this is going and the way that he's not been buffing strength, although he might be doing it now, is probably a good sign that we can get away with not holding onto panic button. Yeah, I think panic button actually just kills me off if I play it too soon, because the block prevention is painful. Yeah, too painful for words. Not as soon as you're doing the job, not really. We need a lot more poison than this. Because he debuffs, or he cleanses his poison when he chimps out. I should check that, actually. Yeah, cleanse debuffs on anger. I'm pretty sure that's all debuffs. The strength plus 6 as well. Ugh. Catalyst would change things. Catalyst would allow me to triple it at the last moment and kill him. So, currently we're on a collision course with death. And he has Metal Size 14, so I can't exactly rip through that with my physical attacks either. So my best case scenario is after he chimps out, and maybe I can chimp him out at about... Let's see, chimps out at 220. Realistically, maybe I chimp him out at 150. I survive 3 turns with Wraith Form, Panic Button, Piercing Will as well, and my hit points, and then I die. Bring him down to about 70 or so, and that's best case scenario that I can think of. Alright, well, great. Life is great. Wow, he really does not want to attack me, which is fine. Means I can just keep laying on the poison, which I do need to do. Okay, he's in chimp out range. My deck is not fast, you know. I would like you not to do that, please. Blocking this isn't too hard, but next turn is bad bloody news for me. Well, Bane does 1 damage. Love 1 damage. We'll see that panic button soon enough. Donk. Now he does the chimp out, and I'm going to bring him down to... Hold that thought. At least I'm not vulnerable when he executes me. But yeah, we're going to bring him down to like 170. This stuff gets cleansed, but it doesn't really matter, does it? In comes the pain. Well, I've got to deal damage regardless. This at least gives me options, but then again, so does this. Okay, that's good. I'll keep the Piercing Will. Hey, good, right? As if. As if. Alright, let's start all over again, but this time survive him in chimp outrage. Ah, neutralizes here. So is Panic Button. Life is winnable. I don't think it's Glass Knife's time to shine yet, right? Probably not. Right, so I need him not to be doing this to me right about now. If I screech at him and double defend, that'll get me through this. And get me through is kind of coating things in a certain layer of paint. Finally, I take damage in this fight. Oh, my glands are full. Stop doing that. I can still just block him. Blocking remains on the cards. Starting to wish I'd upgraded my fumes. And he comes again. This time he's not weakened. Well, we have the 4 energy at least, so we have options, even if I don't like them. Wraithform puts me on a ticking clock to just dying, so I need to make sure that ticking clock is working in my favor. Gotta remember, we always have 3 turns of survival here, but until his poison is passively doing about 30, we're gonna die. Panic blocks me, stops me from blocking next turn, which is fine. Fine taking a little bit of chip damage. I actually think it's defend, corpse explosion. Takes 7. No, now I'm vulnerable. Oh god! There are only so many things one can panic about. I'm not defending this, so I think I have no choice but to Wraith form here. Could hold on to neutralize so the panic button could do more in the future, but right now, Wraith form is the only thing that survives this. And of course it's Wraith form minus. I have pretty much no choice here. Still holding on to you. Better hold on to you. Washonk. Alright, this guy needs to die. Like yesterday. Corpse explosion's just not quite cutting the mustard, but it's something. The alternative is to Glass Knife Bane. The problem is just that metallicize. It's pretty powerful. Too powerful for me to get through. Yeah, 3 energy is just so insufficient. I can do 16 and 18 right now, or I can do 6, 6, 6. Let's do the damage now. Even block this 1 bit of damage? Sure. But next turn, if he multi-hits me, that panic button is not cutting the mustard. Oh, that's life. That's not a multi-hit, though. So panic button does cut the proverbial mustard. Would blocking cut the mustard? What if I just backflip, defend, defend? I will block enough to keep me satisfied, and I have 4 energy as well. Alright, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. Could block more, but this guy needs to die. As a matter of priority. Could neutralize. I feel like the neutralize will do me more when it's vital. Vital. Spare me, chump. Here's the multi. Ah! I'm not physically killing him now, am I? No, I can do 7, 7, 8, 8. That won't be enough. What if I spend everything I have defending? Because it's certainly not corpse explosion here. Okay, 5th day seems a lot more doable. Survivor, defend, defend, panic button. I'm not dying today, champ. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wait, he can buff again when he's chimped out? He'll use anger every 3 turns, execute, execute, original rules, probability of free enraged state. I've never seen him go back to buffing after chimping out. Holy smokes, but I also never saw this run killing champ. Whew! Never stop struggling. Okay. We live to see another horrible day. Is any of this worth my time? Burst isn't so good on 3 energy. Storm of Steel's garbage. After image, I don't card spam. Well, yeah, it gives me 3 block from this thing, right? Burst and hope for Catalyst is about the only aggressive play I have here. Maybe check the boss relic first. You do not get to check the boss relic until after you decide on your rewards. So you must choose a card and then choose this. Which is really annoying, right? Because you go, oh, there's Meteor Strike, but I won't take it. What are the odds I get Snecko Eye? And then you get Snecko Eye, and then you're sad. Well, I just said I don't card spam, so the Velvet Choker is free. The Calling Bell, by the way, will give me 9 gold because the curse it gives me. Never crown. Never ever crown here. I need the energy from Choker, though. Oh yeah, it's extra strength if I take the curse thanks to Duvu Doll. It's a common, uncommon, and rare relic here, but I need the energy. Let's choke. Okay, well, let's look on the bright side. We rested 4 or 5 times, and now we're on 56 health. Also, we have Forced Pathing. We must go into the Spicy Elite. There's a Spicy Elite. So this way is preordained. I'm going to shop after the Elite. How exquisite. Oh, good lord, this looks unpleasant. Well, this is the catch-22, right? I need to fight... Oh, wait, what? I'm forced to take events galore in Act 3, but I need card rewards. Oh, this looks bad. Ah! No other option unless I luck into Wing Boots, and you never count on that. It's a rare relic. Alright then, 2 easy encounters, 1 regular, 2 events. And then cry and die. Corpse Explosion will handle Spiker, so will Poison, so will lots of things. Not very appreciative of how you want to come at me, though. Well, at least I can play everything. I have Willy planned so I can hold on to defend, so I will. Discarding the Ascender's Bane is usually not seen as a bright idea. Usually. You dying is a bright idea, though. Yeah, just be gone. And just poison these fools to death. Wraithform is a very powerful card. I could really do with upgrading it. The problem is the same could be said about everything in my deck. The upgrading part, not the powerful part. No, deck is ass. Can do that just because this thing, it's much more likely to attack than the Repulsor. I don't want to deal with that. Well, this is no downsides, right? So I can do that. No downsides as in the Clockwork Souvenir blocks the dexterity down. The fact that I'm kind of struggling with the shapes here is a bad sign. In fact, I'm even taking 1 damage here if I don't panic button, which is ridiculous. Am I panicking here? I am. Sam, I am. Yeah, because it was never going to do me in. Never ever. Happy Flower nice and set up, thanks to the Deadly Poison Pool. Twitch is desperate to recommend me Slay the Spire 2 streams. I've got exactly what I'm looking for here. A finished game. I see we share a similar interest then, ball. What's with the arse card rewards, right? We high rolled immediately, and then it's just been simmering mediocrity since then. Not that I'm exactly sure what I'm looking for. Catalyst, Apotheosis, and another Catalyst. How about that? And a Footwork so I can block. Okay, I'm actually terrified of this fight, and go figure it's here. This is also a hard pool fight together with being an easy pool fight, so you can see the shapes multiple times in a run, which is really nasty. Corpse Explosion does solve my problems. Well, it solves some of my problems. Yeah, the sooner you die, the much, much happier I am. Thank you, Choker. Slight issue, if I kill you right now, then the block actually absorbs it. But also you are doing some things there. I have ways around this, of course. I don't have Retain, but I do have... A Wraith Form makes more sense to play right now. I could burst Panic Button and get no block for 4 turns, which is cool. Well, by cool, I mean I'm not doing that. No downsides. I love no downsides. Oh, that's right. The no block thing actually gets blocked by the Clockwork Souvenir. Maybe I should have considered that a little more heartily. But what I'm considering is just killing you so that all of your little buggers die with you. Gonna need to consider that harder, friend. Where's Glass Knife? There's Glass Knife. Oh, but this is funnier. Thank you. Happy Flower is still set up. We get a replacement potion. It's garbage. Acrobatics is takeable now, although why is it not upgraded? Ugh. Is draw even my problem here? What about setup? Setup allows me to set up Wraith Form. Again, it's not set up plus though. God, this deck needs Apotheosis badly. I just need some way to jack up my output enormously. Yeah, everything is my problem now. Energy is still a problem, draw is a problem, output is a problem, we still have no real scaling. This deck just has nothing. So it's a really good low ascension deck, but on high ascension, this is just freaking terrible. The problem with setup is there's only 2 cards that really benefit from it. It's also draw down, really, because you have to redraw the card that you set up. So it knocks 2 cost off of playing Wraith Form at the expense of a couple of card draws. So I come back to Acrobatics, and I think, I guess having it's better than not having it at this stage. But not by much. The Maw is here. Oh, the Maw punishes you for being slow, and we are so slow. Ah, and I can't spend all my energy. That is pathetic. Yeah, we are just dead. This deck of mine is going nowhere fast. That's the only fast thing it's doing. Pretty certain the Maw kills us. He can buff up and then he hits you with 5 times turn number, which is a lot of times to be hit. Panic Button has been and gone, so next turn he hits us really badly. And I've gotten rid of my artifact, so Wraith Forming here is exceptionally bad. On a long list of exceptionally bad things. At least I can guarantee what my next turn draw is. Ah, I can hold on to Wraith Form then. That's a positive thing. We like positive things. Could Acrobatics and hope for Panic Button, because he has an off turn next turn. I have the energy for this, so sure. I hoped for too much. Yeah, I guess it has to be Wraith Form. There's no other way about this. The sooner we do the poison, the happier I am. And this malaise... I guess if he ever does the nomming, the malaise could actually brutalize that. Although he already has 5 strength, so probably not. The Piercing Will's a better anti-nom thing I have then. In that case, just get rid of this. Keep Piercing Will, keep Glass Knife. I think Bane was actually better than Glass Knife. Ah, there's panic button. Right, I can hold off a little bit with panic button and piercing whale. I'm still quite unhappy though. Gonna keep that pierce, the burst with the piercing whale, I think. But then again, what about panic button? Because his slam remains a problem, so I'm betting against slam versus nom. And look at that, it's a 50-50 split, so... Come on, guys, just nasty. Why you gotta be so nasty to me? He's also buffing. Alright, I'm taking my chances with piercing whale. He is such a good Slay the Spire player. People just wonder how anyone can be this good. And they'll never know. That said, wear damage. I'm blocked for 4. I think it's better to hurt him. Okay, I now need to kill him with no damage. Yeah, I'm just dead next turn. Oh, wait, panic. Hopefully he slams then, or else I'm in a continued state of so much trouble. Poison? Poison. Yeah, the defense are pretty worthless. Let's just get them out now. Slam. Slam. Green eggs, and maybe I could even acro into neutralize. It could happen. Doesn't, but it could. There's no more draw here, is there? Alright, then we just panic. We take 19 damage. I don't have a way out of this, do I? No, far from it. Burst panic. It will not block double. This is quite miserable. Block a tiny bit more. Get that paltry damage done. Maybe I could have burst deadly poison. It was probably a better idea than this. Well, we can still do it. Alright, he should be dead now. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Where's the off turn? He always drools after nom. Ah, fiddlesticks. I think we have him killed, though, because I can deal 16 damage with that. And then with deadly poison, he's gone. Whew. Kindly go away. 9-turn nom. This deck is awful. And we have no real opportunity to fix it, do we? Maybe one of these could be a shop. The odds of a shop is 3%. We've relied on the shop 2 or 3 times to fix our deck, and it has not obliged once. Also, crappy commons. Blur is still kind of crappy here. Madness. Ah, Jesus. At least max hit points aren't real. Blurricade was your scaling, Jake. No. No. We have no footwork. We've been offered no footwork. We don't really block. I don't know in what way you think Blurricade is our option. We also don't have the draw to keep getting to Blur to preserve the block that Blur has made. You are off your rocker. Duplicate. Because we haven't been upgrading cards, we really lack good cards for duplication. Can we duplicate poison? Yeah, but it's all unupgraded. I could duplicate Wraith Form or I could duplicate Panic Button. Those two are reasonable. Malaise feels like a good one to dupe because you're on 4 energy, and I'd still dupe Wraith Form. I don't think so. I think Panic Button is the better option to dupe. Does similar things to Wraith Form, but it doesn't cost any energy to play, so it essentially saves you a turn. The thing is, buying time is only barely getting me through these fights, and pretty soon it will not be enough. This is a horrible, horrible run. We have just not been offered anything. I'm not even sure I've made any particularly poor decisions over this run. It's just been a nightmare. Although, as I said, frustratingly, if you reran this but just made a few slightly different decisions, things would look very different. Keep panicking. The seed should have been panic or something like that. Dead. Just dead. There's no answer to this. Although, was there any answer to any of our enemies? Maybe Nemesis? No. No, all of them kill us. Right, well, how do we struggle against this? Of course, the daggers rolled 23 or above, so I can't just kill them with backstab, explosive potion each, and I don't have the card plays for cunning. Could acro into a solution. Corpse explosion and dagger spray, both solutions here, funnily enough. I wonder which is the better solution. 8 and 8, 16. 16 with 6 is 22. Again, just one short on murdering these things. You know, if only I'd taken that curse card. We do have retain, so corpse explosion for next turn is not out of the question, but then the same could be said for any other area of effect. 2 backstabs kills a dagger. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I want them both dead. Just go boom boom. I need to get well-laid plans down, right? Let's corner that market first. Now I have 2 card plays. I just bane you and backstab you. Although maybe I want to hold on to the backstab. No, I need dagger spray for next turn to clear out the other daggers. Plus some other damage. Which would probably be backstab. Not a thrilling situation. Any other damage that would get me through? Not a lot. Not a lot of damage at all, so I think I do need backstab dagger spray. That's 14. That'll kill 1 dagger. Well, no, we got other options up here now, don't we? I need to just hope that she resummons. Which she does. We did not draw damage, though, but have no fear. Because Dagger Spray Explosive Potion will kill both of them. Trouble is, I just don't really have anything that gets this fight moving. These are not the options either. Woomph. I could just get the Shiv pluses and throw them into the lady, and that's what I'm going to do, because this fight needs to end at some point. How, though? That's both my potions gone already, and I'm not even halfway through killing her. Now she's decided to take the offense. Now I could Wraith form to get through this and next turn. And I'm on 4 energy, so I can actually do it with Nauseous Fumes, and the artifact blocks the downsides. So that's got to be pretty good. I don't think the draws have been that bad. Okay, we had some really nasty draws turn 1. But it's just that we don't have good stuff to draw into. This deck doesn't do anything. It has no scaling. And when you have no scaling, how good do you think things go? I might panic button here just to save 4. It's not like we're blocking next turn anyway. Sure. The wounds are quite unfortunate. And yeah, they do wounds even if they don't do damage to you. Of course, you weakening me is also unfortunate, to add to the long list of unfortunate things here. You're not resummoning, though. That could be considered good. I'll just take this damage and try and unload as much as I can on you. Panic button will be useful later. And I'll just acro so I know what I have access to later. Thank you, Choker. I love being choked. Piercing Will is probably a better choice there. It was absolutely the better choice there, and I didn't take it. That's okay. Panic button achieves similar results. Blocking, not much of an option here. This is definitely what we're drawn to, and I'm not too keen on it. Oh, Crivens, I can't count. Fortunately, I drew the one that I wanted here. So I can panic this, and I could even burst malaise you. But I'd rather deal damage. I'm counting on her, I'm counting on her resummoning next turn, and then, I don't know, maybe I find a way to kill her. Anything's possible. Otherwise, I can't block here. Okay, she is resummoning. I could even burst Corpse Explosion on her, which is about the only thing that does damage. But it does do damage. Alright, and we should be out of here. You know, barring acts of God. We need any kind of damage and Repto dies, even a strike. Except I have no strikes, so Bane will have to do. Alright, it's good to survive. To be fair, Repto is always a dangerous customer, so what can we say about a deck that actually kills her? Got lower than expected value results in the gold, not so great relic, and more crap cards. I mean, all-out attack is just worse than Dagger Spray Plus. Kind of. Dagger Spray Plus does 17 AoE. 17? No, it does 14 AoE. This does 15 AoE with discard 1. Anyway, it's garbage. Just unmitigated garbage. How do I stop dying? I can get a rest or an upgrade, but I go straight into Nemesis or Giant Dead. And you remember how long it took me to take out the 440 health of Champ? How do we deal with 550 health of Giant Head? Who scales much worse than Champ does. Worse as in worse for me. It's not possible. But we have to go here. So if we're going to go here, it might as well be through 2 bonfires. How do I live? How is it done? Okay, the only way I can see living here is that we fight Nemesis instead of Giant Head. And if it's Nemesis, upgraded Wraith form could certainly lend a hand. I need an extra turn of not being destroyed by him. If I'd had Wraith form plus, I would have duplicated that card when we got the event earlier, but I didn't. It is Nemesis. Okay, so one part of the forbidden hoping is happening here. I need options, please. Ugh. Both my Wraith Forms, both my Panic Buttons and my Wraith Form is here, which is bad. That means I rather desperately need well-laid plans. That's not well-laid plans. That's also not well-laid plans. Well, welcome to die. 45 and put me out of my misery. No, 21 and keep me feeling miserable. That's well-laid plans, at least. There's the 45 to put me out of my misery. Can I survive it, though? Is such a thing even possible? Yeah, I mean, I got Burst Survivor, if nothing else. Try and hold on to that Piercing Wheel for later. Staying alive, staying alive. Defying science by continuing to stay alive. Oh boy. One lives by defying death. Absolutely relentless. Also, I can't block this turn. But what if he couldn't kill me? Wait, no, I can block because I got rid of block down. Even so, I'd rather have other options. That's not the option I'm looking for, though. Neither is... Oh my god. Wraith form. We'll have a Wraith form for next turn, though, lest we forget. Thank you, Choker. It's worth the damage to deal the poison. Oh, he coming. I think I need to Wraith form and take the little hits. There is a rest between here and there, but maybe there's a Mango in here. Mango would give me health. Could also Panic Button, take no damage, and then Wraith form the rest. That seems more reasonable. Also gives me the option to unload on this guy. Unloading is good. I must Wraith form next turn, and I suppose he's dead anyway, so... Could Burst achieve anything? Burst could give me the opportunity to discard more burns, but also draw more burns. Nah. We also need to recall it. Let's deal with one problem at a time, though. Oh, where block? He gads, I'm just about dying to burns. Ow! Time for you to... Whoa, what is this draw? But let's not think about it. Just die, man. Alright, well, we've taken out 2 of the 3 Act... Oh, Courier, hold on. 2 of the 3 Act 3 elites. Garbage again. It's unbelievable. Maybe I should have taken Busted Crown. The energy would have been even freer. Have we taken a card so far? Took an Acrobatics. And I duped the Panic Button. Okay, good to know. I think I took that Burst as well, right? Great. Even more turn 1 energy that I can't use because I've got 2 backstabs. Well, 5 health. Spicy Elite incoming, but I don't think we even see it. Because the Spire growth is here. On the other hand, Artifact will negate his constrict. On the other hand, we struggle to do any damage, let alone 190. 190 was what Reptomancer had. No retain, so Wraithform's looking pretty sad. So is that panic button. And there's no additional draw here. Let's get rid of that. Blocked. Now he hits me. And we finally die. But wait. But wait. What if instead of dying, we didn't die? This is getting ridiculous. This constrict I will not be able to block, though. Alright, so incoming is only 24. Panic button will achieve that, and there's a reasonable chance we draw Wraith form down the line. Blocking that 24 without using panic button is doable. So I will. Keep on spinning, Silent. Oh hey, why have panic button? We could have more panics. In retrospect, maybe should have just panic button, because I need to deal damage here. Do need to deal damage. The panic button alone will keep me going a little bit longer. What I need is Wraith form right now, though. Yeah, we get Wraith form right now. The problem is Wraith form alone won't solve my problems. I need to defend, at the very least, together with Wraith form. So it's Wraith form defend. Good thing I didn't panic button last time then, otherwise I'd be dead now. Because I wouldn't have been able to block this damage. We still need any kind of block, but we have a defend coming, so that's okay-ish. Now I need to focus damage. Do I want to draw with that? I suppose it couldn't hurt. You're running out of places to hide, boy. Happy Flower I will want set up later. So I guess we're having Happy Flower on 1 then. That's fine. Better than risking anything in this god-awful fight. And we're out of here. I think we've seen these cards 3 or 4 times this run. Oh, just nonsense. Okay. Well, it's Spicy Elite. We must recall here, if we even get that far. Looks like we're dying rich, by the way. Courier 365. No potions again. Going into El Spiso. Anyone got a rest counter for this run? It's finally over. This time, I have no additional relics. I'm pretty sure we've added no cards or anything to change us from where we were at the previous Reptomancer fight. Except this time we don't have potions. Jake, do you think this is the worst siege you've ever had? No, I've definitely had worse cards that just runs that just immediately die, but it's probably the most painful. The hardest run I've ever won with was a recent Ironclad run, but this run has just been misery, absolute unadulterated misery. No doubt about it. If I do that, that's 18. 18 and 6 is 24, so I can just kill you with that. The Corpse Explosion will take out the other dagger. I can focus on stabbing Repto in the back. In retrospect, I should have considered the Bane play, but too bad. I can't retain the Piercing Wail. Too bad. Okay, right. It's... not even panic button saves our life, right? So if this doesn't have Wraith form, we're dead. I'll give the lady one thing. She refuses to die. Okay. Okay. Because the Wraith form buys us 3 turns, and we still have 2 panic buttons, so that's essentially... Well, it would be 5 turns if it wasn't for the downside of panic button. Yeah, against our better judgment, it would be better for it just to die. With Nauseous Fumes and some Dagger Spraying, there's a chance that these things... Excuse me, they do die. With the right cards. The thing is, Wraithform must be played. Wraithform without defend means I'm still taking unpleasant amounts of damage, but I really want well-laid plans down, so I think we just accept the incoming damage. And we'll keep the Nauseous Fumes for next turn. She's not even resummoning. Could I burst something next turn? Yeah, I could burst Deadly Poison on her, which is probably important. Loads of Draw United. Ah, she's resummoning. That gives me my intangible on the turn where she has more of her daggers back. Could be relevant. Where's my Deadly Poison? Deadly Poison minus, by the way. God awful. There it is. Oh, that at least undoes her regeneration. Gotta have something going for us. I'm gonna need a panic button sooner or later. Malaise doesn't solve anything in this fight. I need damage. Keeping 2 panic buttons doesn't work because the lack of block effect. There is some miraculous setup where the no block happens when she's resummoning and the daggers are all dead. I think we have to hold out for that extremely narrow possibility. Extremely narrow. But it's so narrow. The regenerating nature of the Reptomancer is making this untenable. I mean, add it to the list, right? But I'm weakened, so the dagger spray doesn't get me out of this. Or does it? There is 3 on that. 3 on you as well. No, it's not enough. Not enough cash. I could burst defend and panic button, but... No. I'm gonna need a new seed. That was so horrible. The whole run from start to our horrible spicy elite end here just had nothing. Was there a way out of that? I think if it was plus strength instead of regenerating, there was a chance to squeeze through that, but no, the deck wouldn't make it. Wouldn't make it at all. There's nothing that really synergizes here well. The relic support isn't good enough. No, everything was bad in this run. Everything except, like, the first 3 card rewards. Panic Button, Well-Laid Plans, Wraith Form. Oh, wonderful. You could seldom ask for much better. But we never really got any front load. We didn't get any good scaling with the poison. We had to jump to shops. The Act 1 relics, not too bad, but we only got 2 of them. We had to give up Darkstone Periat for the key because it's crap. And then Empty Cage being our... No, just... Oh, this whole thing fell off a cliff very rapidly. Ooh. Is Slave Spire all in the menu today? That's all we've got planned for today, yes. I'm looking into another Caesar 3 map, which I might use for tomorrow. Okay, well, we broke one of our 1 streaks. How about we break another? Anybody got a Chad or a Defect seed for us?